it's very easy to relate to the need uh, to do something perfectly and to look at all the scientific things and say, oh, I need to do 17 minutes of gratitude and three things in order to optimize the return on investment from putting my time into this.
It's
And
right.
and we overlook the main principle, which is this is not something to stress us out. This is something to help our mental health. This is something to help us reframe the way we look at the world. And so doing anything is better than doing nothing. I think it's so refreshing the way that you rejected that idea after struggling with the perfectionism of it and just said, you know what? F it. I'm going to do one a day. I'm going to post it a short video. And it's so cool how that worked out for you and how now you're able to share that gratitude with other people.
Yes. And I am the testimony that doing something actually works. So I never have hit the scientifically optimal, you know, gratitude practice. Never. I've been doing this for a couple of years and I've never hit that optimal level, but I am a walking testimony that doing something, that discipline of getting started and doing something will and can and will change the way you think and the way you look at life.
Yeah, so that's a question I had. I know the person we see on Today I'm Grateful, right? Um, it's very easy to look at you and say, "Oh my God, he has gratitude all figured out," right? But I wanted to get your actual like how has it affected you not on the level that you've gained 270,000 Instagram followers, but on the level of the way that you look at the world and your relationship with life.
Um, yes, personally, it has been very, very beneficial. And especially, like I was saying in my story, for where I was at that point in particular, everything was negative to me. Like literally, I couldn't, like when I was first challenging myself, think of something to be grateful for. I could not think of anything positive. So I'm right there with everybody who says that to me. And a lot of people do. Like I cannot think of anything that is going well in my life today or right now. Like I just can't think of anything positive. I get it. I was there. So I'm not just, Mr. La 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 la, everything is great. No, that's not me. I've lived all of that and created disciplines, rewired my brain to look at life differently. So, how has that helped me? Yes. Well, first of all, it helped walk me out again across months, helped walk me out of a mental health crisis and really improve my positive mental health and my outlook. I think the biggest thing for me that probably surprised me through all of it was how many other people were in that same spot. I didn't start my social media channels. Like it sounds selfish, like it is selfish. Like I started them for me because I needed that accountability to keep posting, to keep doing this for my own self. And all of a sudden I have people writing me from all over the world saying, oh man, this is exactly what I needed today. And I was like, oh wow, there's like thousands, millions of people around the world that are in that exact same spot of negativity and anxiety and everything where I was. And they're probably wrestling with the same thing of like trying to do three things or whatever. And then here's this crazy guy on Instagram that just gets on and he's like says one thing, like I'm grateful for trees, and you're like, oh yeah, I got a tree. I can be grateful for that. It's like that's actually what connected. Not that it's like the world's most biggest message. No, we've known this for a long time, but the simple approach when everything is hard. I've got one. I haven't even posted this yet, so we'll give this a preview. Like one that I have is like I am grateful for a rock. Like literally go find a rock. Why? Because rocks don't change. They don't move. They're always there. They're very stable. They don't cause drama in my life. Like, when things are real bad, I just like, what is a physical object that I can appreciate? So there's been that kind of transformation. I would say that most people who know me would say that my gratitude practice just brought me back to my natural optimism. Like I think a lot of people would say that when they weren't looking at the journey from the inside like I was.
Mhm.
Because to me, it's so much more than that. But yeah, benefited me on so many levels. One of the things that I do want to say, kind of implied there in your question, people say, who is the real today I'm grateful? Like, is this just I bounce around life all the time being yay, happy, whatever. No, I have a very real life. I have a stressful life. I have a very busy life. And the reality of my life is that if I do not intentionally keep a positive focus, I will naturally lean toward being overly analytical, overly perfectionistic, overly critical, because that's a part of my personality as well. So I have hard days, just like everybody else. And I try to share those when I can. Sometimes that's more on one social media than another, but I do try to share those because one I'll just mention was, when TikTok was shutting down, I actually made a post about TikTok shutting down and the emotional impact of that because that was the platform I got started on. And like the next day or the day after, it hit me. I was like, you aren't applying your own gratitude reframing lessons to TikTok. And I'm like, yeah. Am I grateful for TikTok? Yes. Like, even if TikTok is shutting down, it points to like, why am I sad about that? Because I appreciate that platform and like the history that I have with it. There's actually so much gratitude that I can reflect on, so many positive things inside that negative situation, but it took me a couple of days. And so I don't bash anybody with that. Give yourself grace. I mean, a mental health journey is all about giving yourself grace. One of my favorites that actually was a fairly popular video was that I'm grateful for my glasses. And it hit me. I had been doing this. I can't remember 6, 9 months. Like, I can't remember. It had been a long time. I have been recording gratitude videos for like 9 months, looking through this pair of lenses and never thought to be grateful for them. But I am so grateful for my glasses because without them, I am legally blind and very unable to function in society. But here I was 9 months later. So, like, do not beat yourself up over anything. You're like, oh man, I should have been grateful for that. No, there's no rules. There's no beat yourself up over anything. And it's me all the time. As I'm dealing with a tough day. And there's some days that I very much struggle to find something to be grateful for just because of the mood I'm in or what's happening. I try every day to find something, one thing at least that I'm grateful for. Um, but give yourself grace. And if for some one day you just can't, that's fine. Watch one of my videos and I'll cover it for you and you can work on it again the next day. That's what I'm here for.
You just finished watching a clip from the Grateful podcast with David Lorimer from Today, I'm Grateful. If you liked it, you can find the full episode by clicking right here. Come on, click it. It's really good.